All right, guys, we're going to do another quick tip. Someone asked, which is a great question. Are water droplets from the last water droplet video that we did the same on all surfaces? They are not. If you're doing water that's on like a granite or something like that, you know, it really acts like a magnifying glass. And this particular picture I found over on oh dear, it's either Pixabay or Free Reference Photos for Artists. I use a lot of those different ones. And this is water droplets on like a window, a glass of some kind, windshield maybe of your car or something like that. And I was going to show that as a quick tip. I just got a little piece of watercolor paper. I drew out some really tiny little odd shapes, because you'll notice that none of them are exactly a circle or an oval. That one might be more circular. Look at this one's running down. This one is wider, then this one is taller. This one is more of a an odd shape and stuff like that. So just, you know, you can't mess it up. Just throw in a bunch of odd shapes and you've got it covered up with PBO drawing gum, and that is our frisket that we're going to use for this particular one. Make sure that you lightly give it a toss. The paint stops on the bottom. It's very, very blue, and if you just tilt it a couple of times, that color will mix in here so that you can see where the PBO drawing gum is, no matter what color you paint all around. You have to let that thoroughly dry. And then we're going to do a wash in the background and let that dry, and then we can just roll off in order to do our spots. Now on this picture, it goes from blue to light, which, I love blues and stuff, so I was just going to mimic that. You could do it any way you wanted. You could do from blue to a lighter on this side or whatever, but just thought we would practice gradation. So I have a little bit of water in my cobalt blue, and I'm just going to start at the top. I really should tape this down. I could just tape it to the surface. I think I will. Sadly, while we're practicing here, and I've got a little bit of, like I said, cobalt blue in my palette here. And I also have just a touch of this Aquel's brand of teal color. And we're just literally going to start off at the top, pretty thick, getting more paint, come across, getting more paint, come across. Now without cleaning out my brush, I'm going to dampen the tip end. You'll notice it gets a little bit lighter. I am going to, that's a little too much water. I'm going to dampen it again. Yeah, that was a lot of water. And what we're doing is just practicing our gradations, right? So we've got to let that dry, and we can come back and do all of our little water spots. I'm just trying to make sure that there's some paint around each one of those. Looks like it skipped over. My PBO drawing gum was pretty thick. I don't know if it got warm in shipping or something. I don't know. It's never been that thick before. So we're just going to start us off with a nice gradated wash, and we'll come right back.